I launched MarketUp in February. March, I got a call from the investment from the venture fund that is headed by the Snapdeal founder, Kunal Behl.
Kunal Behl,
And he was
yeah.
like, let's have a meet and let's talk about what you're building.
Yeah.
Right. So I actually got to talk to Kunal Behl and I tried to like pitch him what MarketUp is and what we are doing right now.
All right. Welcome to the show, Shan. 256th guest hai on the Mini Adult Troubles. So how are you feeling? कैसा चल रहा है?
Thank you so much, bro. Thank you so much for inviting me. Feeling good. आज Sunday है and I just got myself a new camera that you the audience might be watching the video of. So I'm feeling good, feeling excited about my journey as a content creator. So yeah.
Awesome. So bro, what kind of straight up on going to the
I launched
I
launched MarketUp in February. March, I got a call from the investment from the venture fund that is headed by the Snapdeal founder, Kunal Behl. And he was like, let's have a meet and let's talk about what you're building. Right. So I actually got to talk to Kunal Behl and I tried to like pitch him what MarketUp is and what we are doing right now. Gotten the thing that I wanted. So I was always in search for something. I was learning coding. I was learning about marketing. I was reading Seth Godin's books and all that. So that's sort of what led me to trying to improve my communication skills, right? मतलब थोड़ा सा अच्छे से बोलना सीखना चाहिए because there was this one time when I went to a hackathon and I had to explain मैंने क्या code बनाया and like what is the website all about. मैं नहीं कर पा रहा था because I was not able to speak in front of 10 people. Right. And that was a big point in my whole like college life. तो मैं उस दिन फिर जब मैं रूम में बैठा हुआ था तो I was just like thinking कि ये क्या चल रहा है मतलब even though I could be like a really good coder, I won't be able to explain what code I've written to someone just because I'm not able to communicate and explain myself. Correct. Right. So that was the point that I decided कि okay, आप कुछ करना है थोड़ा सा.
Right. So इसमें do you think ये तो in a way self-driven motivation is your leverage here? I asked this question because I'm sure you are a reader of Varun Maya's newsletter, right? उसमें
Yeah.
उनका एक leverage पे 20 मिनट का एक audio podcast आया था which I really enjoyed. So उस reference में पूछ रहा हूँ what do you think, what kind of leverages do you have which made you grow so fast on YouTube?
I think I was having leverage of time. I think that is a big thing that I was having because I came from college to home. बहुत सारा time था, so I was like, let me do just one thing and focus on that and देखते हैं कहाँ तक पहुँच सकते हैं. I knew that there were a few people that were like college YouTubers doing really well, like Aman Dhatarbal and other people. And they have done really well, like Beer Biceps, he went on to
Harish,
do some really great things. Yeah, leverage of time because I came back from college to home, so I was just having too much time. College lecture बहुत boring होते हैं, so I was just having so much time available. So and the one thing was that I was not into addictions of like let's say some TV series or something. I was just focused on just learning and getting better. So that's what I did.
Got it. So we have spoken before this, I think twice or thrice, and I've consumed some of your content as well. The feeling I get, and I'm pretty confident about it, is that you are still an introvert, even though you have improved your communication skills a lot. You're still an introvert. Is that right?
How would you define like that? I mean, like I have not gotten back to campus, so I cannot really like say if I am an introvert or an extrovert or I think I'm fine. Like I can talk to people, I can make connections, and that is all that really matters.
Yeah, that उस पे मैं आ रहा था. Networking तो I've seen that you are a very good networker. You have also used your podcast very efficiently with respect to getting in touch and all that. But at the same time, lot of growth. Kudos to you have seen a lot of growth early at life. वो काफी लोगों के सर पे चढ़ जाता है, right? At 18, 19, if you see a lot of fame, if you see a lot of attention, if you see a lot of money, वो तुम्हारे सर पे आने लग जाता है. Do you think that has happened to you, or you have been very self-aware with that aspect?
I think that has not happened to me. I let that not happen to me consciously. That was a conscious effort that I put into my whole work ethic. Because what happened is that 11th class में ऐसा हुआ था मेरे साथ. Not in terms of money, but in terms of
Marks.
the things that I was achieving. Marks, right? वही चीज़ होती है. So उस टाइम पे क्या होता? I was working really hard. तो बहुत मेहनत करी. I had some really great like teachers and parents. So I was like the top 5 people in that branch of my coaching center in Dwarka, Delhi.
Yeah.
So after that, what happened is I was thinking कि अब तो मैं कुछ भी कर लूंगा, मतलब अब कोई भी टेस्ट आएगा मैं उसको मेहनत करके कर लूंगा. एंड तो वो जो चीज होती है ना कि सर्टेनिटी आ जाती है कि वो हो जाएगा, that should not be there, and you should always be like कि ठीक है, the next test could be the one that I actually fail in, or so that is what I think you should be focusing on. बहुत सारे लोग ऐसे सोचते हैं, and that feeling is just going to take you down.
Interesting, right? And what is your content schedule look like? कैसे content बनाता है? Because you churn out a lot of content on Instagram, on YouTube, काफी ज्यादा pace. I think I was speaking to you for the first time, तब मैंने पूछा था कि यार मेरा YouTube channel grow क्यों नहीं हो रहा? And you asked me how many videos you put, and I'm like total 78 है. And then you were like मेरे 250 videos जा चुके हैं in like 1 year, 1.5 years. Like dude, तो उसका क्या schedule रहता है?
शेड्यूल आजकल तो बहुत ही खराब हो गया है, एंड दैट इज बिकॉज ऑफ माय वर्क दैट आई एम डूइंग एट मार्केटअप, जो कि एक बिजनेस है जो मैंने स्टार्ट किया था. इट्स डूइंग रियली वेल राइट नाउ, एंड बिकॉज मैं बहुत सारा टाइम में लगाता हूँ, दैट्स व्हाई आई एम नॉट एबल टू लाइक properly focus on this, on the YouTube part, which I think is a good thing, because I think YouTube is a thing that I have to express myself. And agar usme, if it just becomes like this one thing that I have to devote all my time into, then it sort of becomes ki ab main kaun si video banau jis pe zyada likes aaye, zyada view aaye. So that should not happen, right? So I've sort of like, I have successfully tried to get outside of that thing. I'll make a living on YouTube. Like YouTube is good. I do make a good chunk of my monthly earnings from YouTube, but most of it, like a big chunk of that, also comes from MarketUp. So I think that's what I'm trying to diverge towards.
And what kind
but yeah,
of...
I mean, like, how do I schedule all the things? So कल रात को बैठ करके एडिट कर रहा था वीडियो, जो आज आया 12:30 बजे. And after that, basically, normally what... Yeah, I mean, it was on the edge, because as subah I had to like go to get this camera. But previously, before when I was not having all these clients at MarketUp, I was having a pretty good schedule. So on Saturdays and Sundays, I would just record 2 videos each day, and then I would just edit them, and I would just schedule them. I have screenshots jahan par when I was at like 500, 2,000 subscribers, I was having 5 videos scheduled. Line se ekdam.
Oh damn, nice. And
तो बढ़िया था वो.
You spoke about MarketUp. Tell us more about MarketUp. What do you guys do? How big is your team? What are the clients, your service, etc.?
MarketUp एक content creation company है, जहाँ पे we work with YouTube channels of high growth startups. We try to increase the engagement. We try to create content that people would relate to, right? So we are working with some really great channels, some really great startups in the edtech space as well as in the finance space. Recently, we also started getting the first like single influencer type channels. So उस पे काम करना start किया है. But that's basically what MarketUp is. It was started in February this year, and it's doing well so far. The people that work over here, so we have about like 10 to 15 people. 10 to 15 I'm saying because some of them are like freelance basis, so they sometimes work, sometimes they don't, but normally we have about 10 people that are working. So yeah, we have about like 5 to 6 clients right now.
Awesome. Right. So content, we talk about content that you produce, but what about content that you consume? Instagram stories में देख रहा था last 1 week में you have been posting a lot of content that you consume, but अभी क्या चल रहा है? What type of content are you consuming on YouTube, on Amazon, whatever?
Mostly I only consume documentaries on YouTube most of the time on some particular topic, right? So there are these channels like James Chani, Jake Tran, and many others like Logically Answered. So all of these are great because they are talking about some particular concept at depth, and that helps me increase my attention span basically. क्योंकि अभी क्या हो रहा है, like रात में तो जब सोने में नींद नहीं आती थी, तो we always just like open up Instagram reels and swipe करते रहते हैं. But then in the noon and in the evening, I just try as much as possible to consume longer form content, and that does help me out learn things as well as increase my attention spans.
You watch stuff at Curiosity Stream. Do you have subscription of that?
I have heard about that. काफी सारे YouTube वीडियो में देखा था मैंने, but I have not
काफी स्पॉन्सर्स करते रहते हैं यूरोप वाले क्रिएटर्स. Got it. James Jenny, I love that guy. He I think he hardly has 10 videos, 10 to 15 videos on his channel.
He's like that one hit wonder YouTuber that you would always look up to and say कि ये तो हो गया, मेरा नहीं हो पा रहा, so I just like quit or something.
But his content quality is amazing.
It's amazing. He puts in like literally 2 months into making one video, and it actually shows in the work that he's putting out.
Makes sense. Right, you mentioned about the lifespan कह रहा हूँ, or time span. I have recently realized that, so I used to meditate पहले, अभी भी करता हूँ, but पहले 20 मिनट 15 मिनट करता था. अब वो धीरे धीरे 10 मिनट 5 मिनट हो गया. And today I was meditating, I crossed 5 minutes and I was like कि दिमाग में 100 चीजें चल रही, बंद करो. And I quit midway, right? That just signal me कि my attention span is reducing day by day by day. which is not a healthy sign. How did you realize this? मेरे को भी लग रहा है कि मेरे को भी लंबी documentaries देखनी पड़ेंगी.
So what happened is I stopped reading for longer periods of time, right? So normally what I would do is I would start reading, or I would start listening to an audiobook, and I would do that for the next 2 hours, for example. And then it sort of went down a bit to like 1.5 hours, and it went down to 1 hour. Then अभी 2 महीने से कोई book read नहीं करी मैंने. So I was just thinking कि ये क्या हो गया? This needs to change, and being conscious about it is really important. I think बहुत से लोग feel ही नहीं कर पाते कि like what changes are happening just because the changes are so gradual. So I think that needs to happen.
But this also happens because you're a content creator, you're running a side business, you have college, you have more things than you can handle at a time to focus on. उसकी वजह से ये सेल्फ डेवलपमेंट वाली जो प्रायोरिटीज होती हैं, बुक पढ़ना, डॉक्यूमेंट्रीज देखना, नई चीजें सीखना, वो कम होती जाती हैं. So I feel that is another major reason which this happens.
I think that you have to consciously try to increase that as much as possible. As you are making more content, I think it's important to learn more about the things that you're talking about. Or let's say मेरे को बहुत ज़्यादा interest है finance में, I'm interested into learning about business, right? तो मैं वो वाले बहुत सारे documentaries देखता हूँ, and I've actually increased that number. So every single day I'm looking at least like 2-3 of them, and I'm trying to understand what is happening out there.
Interesting. Got it. Right. Coming back to YouTube, I remember in your early days you mentioned that you received a lot of hate, right, of creating content and all that. And now that you have seen a lot of growth, that hate is still there. It has reduced, or the same people now are like, "Yeah, Ishan, crazy good, falana." What's their experience there?
Hate. So it used to happen a lot back then when I was just starting out as a content creator. आजकल क्या होता है? Number one, I've stopped reading all the comments. I've stopped responding to all the comments, and I have also tried to not care too much about it. Like there's this one really good mentality that Gary Vee has that I love the most, and he says that you should not overvalue if someone is saying that you are amazing, your content is amazing, I love you, or something like that. And then the next time someone would say कि ये बहुत बकवास है, ये क्या लिख दिया, ये क्या बोल दिया वीडियो में. So you should be neutral in both the scenarios, and only then you can sustain, and only then you can think single-handedly. So that I think that's important.
This came to your mind after, yeah, starting maybe ऐसी था. Did it ever impact you basically?
Impact though, it did happen. There was this one weekend when it was just too much. So all my WhatsApp groups, everywhere, I think I did something stupid as well, but that's fine. Right? So that was the strange weekend that I had. जब सारे seniors मेरे लिए कुछ लिख रहे थे WhatsApp में, कुछ बातें हो रही थी. तो ठीक है, मतलब that went aside. Basically, I used to have like 2 Instagram accounts. One was for my actual channel, and the other one was just for like college students उनसे बात करने के लिए and all that. उससे मैंने उस पे कुछ बात हो गई थी, तो I actually like deleted that other Instagram account, and since then I've never like interacted with any other college student in my college. So yeah, I mean that's basically what happened. I think I've stopped talking and caring too much about those people, and they have actually reduced क्योंकि उनको भी काम करना होता है जिंदगी में, I think. And like making content for 1 or 2 years, they actually sort of forget me. Sometimes they do come back. So yeah. Anyways.
Got it. So I spoke to Harish also about this one day. क्या scene है, मतलब Bits, Goa Mafia, ये PayPal Mafia के बाद this is happening, and this is really happening. पहले तो मजाक में हो रहा था, अब तो सच में you see a lot of founders from Bits raising funds, taking exits, and now new gen creators or entrepreneurs per se. Harish recently raised as well last month. What's this? क्या scene है? Is culture बन गया है?
Yeah.
Everybody is like this. क्या scene है? Because I am from Delhi.
I launched.
बोल.
I launched MarketUp in February. March, I got a call from the investment from the venture fund that is headed by the Snapdeal founder, Kunal Bhai. And he was like, let's have a meet and let's talk about what you're building. Right. So I actually got to talk to Kunal Bhai, and I tried to like pitch him what MarketUp is and what we are doing right now. And at the end, I just said that this is not like a VC investable business at the moment right now. Correct. So we are not like expecting anything like that at the moment. The second one, 100x VC reached out to us. We had a talk with them as well. Unko bhi, like we just said, we're not interested in that at the moment right now because it's just a simple agency business. So it's profitable from the day one. Of course, the profit is not as much, but anyways. So yeah, I mean, that's what happened. I think the one thing is that we just have some great alumni,
people
all around us. Yeah. There's this one alumni who just says that his ikigai, his purpose is to actually connect people. वो वही करते हैं, and he gets a kick out of that. So that's what he does all day long. Like he'll just make a WhatsApp group saying that, hey Ishan, meet this person. He's really excited to meet you, and you guys can start talking now. So that I think is really interesting. But yeah, I mean, I think that in BITS, the college isn't as much isn't as much like the most important thing. Then it is the people that are a part of this college. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
So yeah,
the college is more about the people that we have, that we learn from. And of course, there are like 900 people in this batch that I have, and only 3 and 4 of them are doing something incredible. So I think that's reasonable. I think it's not like, too many people are doing. Most of them are still focused on getting the fan jobs and, consulting and stuff.
Yeah, but that also tells you that your alumni, Kunal, Pahal, and all those people, they are actively looking for people to invest in because they reached out to you, not the other way around. So they
actually said that, okay, do what you're doing right now. Reach out to me whenever you think that you have a plan that can be like invested into.
Right? Crazy.
So things like that do happen.
That is next level exposure because if somebody, I am from Delhi University, I'm from Delhi University, and my alumni is not as great, right? When I compare it to somebody from IIT or BITS per se. And if I want to raise funds, it will not be from my college alumni network, but from the creator brand network that now I have. Usko explore करके I'll have to reach out. Probably मैं हरीश को बोलूँगा, bro, इस 100 VC से connect कर and stuff like that, right? So that's not college network, and I am reaching out. यहाँ पे तो उल्टा हो रहा है. That is crazy. I did not know. This is so fascinating.
So what happened is, I think that people reach out to us, like me and Harish and other people, like Mehul, for example, because we have sort of like a product market fit. That is our YouTube channels, right? We have things to show that I can actually sell something that is video in this case, but I have a following, so that if I have a product today, if I release it right now, I am damn sure that in the next 1 week I can get 10,000 people signed up and they can start using the platform, right? So I think that is more interesting to them than what college you are from or something. So that is the most important part.
That is very true. I was speaking a couple of days ago to someone about you only. I don't remember what was the topic, but I was just conversing ki iske liye questions banane and stuff like that. Then I was quickly going through a YouTube video. We were on a car. तब मैंने देखा कि it's just freelance export stuff. And I was relating back to my college 2 years ago, a year ago when I was in college. मेरे को भी freelance का ही लगा था. अब सबको लगता है, I think across India, around 2-3 years ago, there was this craze कि freelance करके Fiverr पे तुम काम करके या एडिटिंग करके तुम बहुत लाखों रुपए कमा सकते हो. But nobody knew how to do it. Even Avalon on his early days were very famous for freelance कैसे करें and all that. There were certain people 10-15 होंगे जो अच्छा कर रहे थे. They were making 6 figures and stuff like that. But nobody was open about it. Open about their how do they send their cold emails or reach out to people or close clients and stuff like that. And then I feel your channel is basically solving that problem at scale for everybody, because you speak to so many freelancers, successful freelancers, good freelancers, and who just you are able to sort of bring out the secrets, so people have actionable tips, and then wo khud karte hain. I'll not be surprised if out of the 200 subscribers that you have, at least 100 now make 50k or 100k a month, just if they really executed on the. So I think that is the wahan pe tera wo chamka tick mark hua, and then YouTube blew up for you. Do you think that this analysis is correct?
I think that my audience is very much like engineers, like or soon to be engineers, and most engineers are not really interested in their domain, right? Like chemical engineering, electrical engineering, mechanical engineering. मेरे को तो interest नहीं है. I don't know about other people. Some of them aren't interested, obviously, but some of them are also there that are not really interested, and they want to explore other domains. And when they see that video editing अच्छा लगता है उनको करना, and they can actually see that there is some person who makes like more than 6 figures or 6 figures itself, that is interesting to them, and they want to learn more about how can that be done sustainably, right? So I think that's more important, I feel.
No, definitely. That's the there. But what do you think is the most rewarding aspect of your life right at the moment?
I get these emails from people who say that I watched your video and I started learning about content writing. I started learning about video editing, or I started learning about XYZ, and I got my first client, or I got to $1,000 revenue, or I got to 10 clients, right? So just these things, it's really empowering, because I can actually see that I was in the same shoes. I was trying to get to that first client that could pay me well, so that I could have I could make a living doing that, but I was not able to do that. Like my first internship, it was like 5,000 per month, and that was really interesting time. But that's basically what fuels me to go forward and keep creating content to help people learn about all of these things, spreading awareness, basically.
Nice. And what about the depressing part of the job?
I don't know the depressing part.
Depressing, it's a very strong word, but the downside.
I think I need to learn to do things in advance. Like as I was saying previously, kal raat ko baith ke I was editing a video, and I could have given that video to someone else, but I do all these things at the last minute, and अगर मुझे किसी और को देना होगा तो they would at least require 48 hours to edit it and show it to me, and do some revisions and stuff like that. So I think I need to get good at that, because editing करते करते मतलब खत्म हो जाता हूँ basically.
बहुत टाइम लगता है यार.
Right. नहीं, मेरे को मजा आता है एडिटिंग में, बहुत अच्छी लगती है मेरे को एडिटिंग, बट द थिंग इज दैट क्योंकि मैं ऑलरेडी 2 क्लाइंट मीटिंग कर चुका हूँ पूरे दिन में 1-1 घंटे की, मैंने ढेरों वीडियो अपलोड कर दी उनके यूट्यूब चैनल पे, आई हैव डन सो मेनी थिंग्स, वो एंड में रात में आकर मेरे को वीडियो अपलोड करनी होती है, वो तो मैं थक जाता हूँ बहुत.
नहीं
मन नहीं करता. मेरे साथ that is the thing that I need to improve upon.
Yeah. Even though I have a failed YouTube channel at the moment, but I also upload a lot of videos, डालता रहता हूँ. But now that frequency has gone very low, because YouTube और content creation is not the priority. अब तुम client से बात कर रहे हो, अब तुम brands कर रहे हो, ये कर रहे हो, वो कर रहे हो, रात को तुम्हारे दिमाग में सब सोचते हो यार YouTube डालनी है, and then you have no energy left to think of an idea or do anything. So that's a big problem. But what do you think is the solution to this for somebody who wants to create content but has businesses and all that?
I want to have a team. I want to have a group of people that would just make sure that I am doing all these things in advance. Like remind me, or like just help me out with these things. Like thumbnail banana hai, or subtitles चाहिए video के लिए, और उसके लिए टाइम स्टैम्प्स बनाने हैं. Right now I'm doing all these things myself. Thumbnail किसी को दिया है बन करने के लिए, but other things are done by me itself. So yeah, I mean, I think I need to get a team. So then I think the process would become a little bit better.
Got it. Do you think sticking to a niche on YouTube, which is a freelance niche that you have, helped you? और ऐसा कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता, कुछ भी करो, mix करो?
I think that you need to have a niche if you want to grow a channel. You need to have a niche, or you need to make yourself a niche.
What does that mean?
Does that make sense?
I don't know.
You can that's the thing, right? So that's what Colin and Samir were talking about. Like there are these idea-based creators like me. I'm talking about a particular idea, and then there are like creators who just have their brand of themselves. They can just make videos of saying, going for a haircut, or going out for a walk, some random videos, and people would still watch them, right? So I think that is a thing that you should understand.
Got it. I think people who succeed at YouTube they have this ability to just keep going despite whatever is happening. मतलब वो consistency कहते हैं, but consistency के पीछे इसका मतलब क्या है? It's basically चल रहा है नहीं चल रहा है, being consistent. You have that energy or willpower per se to keep failing and keep doing it again and again and again and again, and that is what YouTube rewards sooner or later. What worked for you? What do you think worked for you? I think there will be 50,000-60,000 kids. It was very slow growth. I think we spoke when you were at 50-55K only, and then second time we spoke you were at 110, and then recently you called, so you were at 180, and now you're at 220, and next time we'll be at 1 million.
अरे भाई, इतनी तो audience ही नहीं है freelance वाली. नहीं, the thing is that I think what worked for me is that I'm a little bit relatable. At least I think I am.
That is true.
Right.
That is true.
So like people can see कि okay, ये बंदा भी college में है, second third year में है. Yeah. So I can learn something from it, and I can start doing something that he is trying to do, and I can have some level of success.
Yeah.
So I think that is what worked out. And definitely like showing up to them, creating that habit loop. उनको पता है कि 12 बजे 1 बजे के आसपास मेरी वीडियो आती है every 2 days, so they are like wired in that sense.
Makes
that
sense.
They know that there's going to be a new video.
What do you think is your strength when it comes to business wise? I'm sure you have faced a lot of rejections when it comes to market up. क्या strength है in a nutshell? What do you think is Ishan's strength? YouTube generic sense में general.
Yeah, I think that so far we have not tried to go outside and like get clients. अभी तक क्या हुआ है कि people just like reach out to us randomly. People just say,
Okay.
hey, I watched your video, or you've been doing well on YouTube. We want you to work on our YouTube channel as well. फिर मैं बोलता हूँ कि मैं अकेले काम नहीं कर सकता. I don't want to do a job, but we at Marketer will help you with that. Right, so that's sort of how it works. So I'm yet to like understand what is it that I am good at. I am learning more and more about product and product management, product design. I recently learned about Figma, how to use Figma, how to build wireframes and stuff like that. But I think definitely YouTube marketing, YouTube SEO, and things related to YouTube is what I am doing right now. Right, so my co-founder, and he is into Instagram, so he manages the Instagram of the brands, and I'm more into like YouTube stuff.
You have a founder, so co-founder as well?
Yeah,
I don't know.
He's my roommate from college, Saransh.
यार ये अलग advantage है भाई. मतलब finding a co-founder is so tough.
It's like it is harder. It's hard to find a co-founder than it is to find like a soulmate. I believe in that.
Yeah, that is true. That is so true. Perfect match होना चाहिए भाई वो तुम्हारा. ये in fact I'm looking to hire actively, and now I realize that is so hard to find people, not just good people तो ठीक है, but people who you can vibe with, or you know, who have similar mindsets, similar vision. वो बहुत difficult है, and then trusting them is a different ball game. And co-founder के लिए तो ये अलग ही 10x 50x हो जाता है, because firing and hiring तो चलती है, but co-founder को fire किया मतलब गया, business is gone. So it's tough.
It's really hard to find people that you can trust. I think most of the people that we have at MarketUp are more or less like freelancers. They are working on like per project, per thumbnail, per video editing basis. And we really think about, is this the right person to get to? Because like what happens is, हम ही लोग अभी तक उनसे बात करते क्लाइंट से, and for us like get someone who can start talking to our clients, we have to be mindful to find that right person who cannot stab us in the back, so as to say, right? So yeah, that's what we have been trying. But we finally found someone that we gel with. We started with him working on like video edits, then he started making thumbnails. Then he said that I don't want to be stagnant just making thumbnails. I want to actually be included in the process of talking to clients, getting more clients. So I want to be at that role. So we said, sure, let's do that then.
Nice. Yeah, this is the toughest part. I wish I was
asking is important. I think that is what most people do not do.
हाँ, that is true. बताते ही नहीं है भाई, चाहिए तो पूछो ना तुम. मैं आगे से आके थोड़ी बताऊंगा तुम्हें. So that is there. Right. So you mentioned it was actually my question कि तू क्या सीख रहे, तूने बता ही दिया, तो Figma सीख रहा है and all that. What are your learning resources? Where do you learn? Skillshare में सीखता है कि कहाँ exactly जाके सीखता है?
Skillshare सीखता.
Skillshare, everything end to end.
No, not everything. Obviously, I use YouTube videos. I use Skillshare. I use Udemy for if I have to learn anything related to coding.
Okay.
Then if I am right now I'm learning design, so it makes sense to do that with Skillshare. And then if I have to learn about something related to finance, I just go to MIT OCW, Open Courseware जो है वो.
अच्छा.
It's a YouTube channel basically on YouTube. MIT के सारे lectures वहाँ पे हैं. So I just listen to it whenever I want to. बहुत ही बढ़िया है वो. like
क्या नाम है?
Literally what happened, it's called as MIT Open Courseware. Okay. Right? So there is this one finance course that was literally recorded at the time of the 2008 financial crisis. तो उसी हफ्ते वो सब कुछ collapse हुआ, and the professor is coming the other day and saying that this is what actually happened, and we'll try to understand what exactly is happening step by step. So try to understand the relations and stuff. बहुत interesting लगा मेरे को तो.
So जो मैंने 10th 11th 12th इकोनॉमिक्स डिग्री में पढ़ी थी वो सेकंड डे में ही पढ़ ली थी उन्होंने. दैट्स क्रेजी एक्सपोजर. So you mentioned that you learn from MIT, open source and all these courses. इतना टाइम कहाँ से मिल रहा है? मतलब where do you find time? I'm unable to find time. जैसे मैं भी बता रहा था थोड़ी देर पहले, बुक्स नहीं पढ़ पा रहा हूँ, कुछ नई चीज नहीं सीख पा रहा हूँ. Do you make schedules कि आज ये करना है ये, या फिर you have time stamps कि 12 to 2 is your upskilling part? कैसे होता है यार? मेरे पास तो बिल्कुल टाइम नहीं बचता है for doing this. What's the mindset there?
आजकल काफ़ी अनऑर्गेनाइज्ड है, सो मेरे को पता है कि रात को बैठ के वीडियो एडिटिंग करनी है, तो फिर दिन में थोड़ा सा क्लाइंट के साथ मीटिंग जो भी होती है 1-2 वो करनी है, उसके अलावा बाकी टाइम आई एम प्रीटी मच फ्री. कॉलेज लेक्चर्स होते हैं, सो आई नीड टू लर्न हाउ टू बंक देम एंड देन आई फोकस ऑन द वर्क.
I was expecting to say college lectures होते थे वो कभी-कभी अटेंड कर लेते हैं, but you have to learn to
नहीं
bunk
मतलब
them.
there is one course that I
हाँ,
absolutely love and I attend all the lectures for that. So
got it.
I love that. Yeah.
College खुला नहीं मतलब के? It is not open? I think BITSCO is open.
BITSCO has opened for everyone except our batch. कुछ तो पता नहीं, I don't know what is happening. मैं ज़्यादा पढ़ा नहीं, but
You're in third
basically
year, right?
I am in third year. So we are part of the 2019 batch, right?
हाँ.
2019 batch के हम लोग सिंगल डिग्री वाले हैं, and so we don't, हम लोगों को नहीं बुलाया, बाकी सब लोगों को बुला लिया. 2018 वालों को बुला लिया, 2020 को बुला लिया, 2021 वाले आने वाले हैं. So all of them are in college, बस हमको नहीं बुलाया अभी तक.
So
बुला लेंगे,
you
मतलब I think that in the next 1 or 2 months they'll call us. So we'll have to go unless the third wave strikes back.
got it. It's like you're hoping it strikes back with a smile at
I
the
want
end.
to.
You're more productive at home.
I am more productive, but I think that I would also have much richer experiences in college.
I think you should not miss that. Now that you only have
अभी
one
थोड़ा
and a
boredom
half
हो
years
गया है
left.
कि मतलब यहीं पे बैठे बैठे. I think I've spent the past 1 year just sitting over here. Literally there's this one room that I have, यहाँ पे सब कुछ चल रहा है मेरा.
Yeah, same. Even I was here for like good 6 months. Then I went to Delhi for like 45 days. अब वापस इधर 15 days.
Yeah.
But now I'll go back after 15 days, just after some work is done. So I relate to that.
I had this opportunity to work at a startup from Codam itself, from my college itself. That is called as Codam. तो वो बुला रहे थे कि आ जाओ जनवरी में इस पूरे ईयर के. So I said no to that, and now I'm just thinking कि जाना चाहिए था मेरे को. So they opened their offices in Noida. तो वो बोले थे वहाँ पे आ जाओ, बढ़िया एकदम पूरी startup life जिएंगे, and you can vlog it as well. So yeah,
But I
was an
don't think
interesting phase.
you can now intern, given that you all have your own company.
Intern नहीं, like an actual
job
like founding member.
अच्छा वैसे, okay, nice, got it.
So I was working at Codam for the past, I think 4, 5, 6 months. I was working just for the sake of experience. So then they were like, let's make this serious. Let's try to like have an office and get started with working. We had some revenue. So then after that, I just said no because I was having too many things on my plate. So I didn't want to say no to them, and I didn't want to do injustice with the work that I'll be doing in that startup as a full-time employee, as a full-time founding member. Right, so I said no to that. But anyways, I was having too many things. Like I was working with an academy, and I still am. I was working with some other freelance clients, and then I was managing my YouTube channel. Right, and if I have to, so I was just having too many things to handle. So I just said no to that. So yeah, I just think about that कि क्या मुझे हाँ बोलना चाहिए था, तो आज कहाँ होते.
You're a 2023 graduate, right?
Yeah.
Interesting, and you're 20 right now. That is inspiring, bro. That is very inspiring for me personally. काफी सही है, काफी सही. Very interesting. All right, thanks Ishan for the podcast. I'm sure a lot of 22-year-olds will look at you the way I look and I'm like कि यार 20 साल की उम्र में मैं तो कुछ नहीं कर रहा था जिंदगी में. But on that note, the final question that I ask everybody is that 3 books, podcasts, and life lessons that you do want to share. 3 books and podcasts, 3 podcasts and 3 life lessons. पहले book and podcast बता दे. You can say total 3 अगर तू सुनता है सही में तो तीनों बता दे. 3 each. Usually people don't have stuff. They're like books plus podcast plus life lesson बता देते हैं 3. So, yeah. 3. I think that for books, I think number 1 book that you should absolutely read would be Psychology of Money. Number 2 would be Rework, especially for a person like me that is trying to like create a team, trying to work with that team, increase productivity. And then the third book that I personally love would have to be The Hard Thing About Hard Things by Ben Horowitz. So I'm more into like business, so मैं वही recommend करूँगा. I won't be recommending some other book like Khalil Gibran की कोई book हो पढ़ लो. You can read that if you're into like spirituality and things like that. So you can definitely do that. But that's what I like. Then you have podcasts. Business Wars is a great podcast that you can learn from, like how do businesses work, how do they compete, what strategies they had.
उसके बाद फिर I think one more good podcast is this one called as Business Movers. Business Movers. Then the last podcast would be, I think, Gary Vee, Audio Experience.
Even Ronit recommends that a lot. You recommend that 101? Okay.
क्या हुआ?
You recommend that? I find Gary Vee, I don't know. I find him generic thoda sa. Some of the stuff that he says is definitely new, but I've not yet deep dive into.
So I'm talking about
Gary's
like people who are just getting started.
Okay.
Right?
Then it's fine.
Right. So मतलब like when I was starting out, अगर मुझे वो नहीं मिला तो फिर कुछ भी नहीं होता. Right. So that has to be there. That has to be like the one big thing that turned my mindset, I would say. But of course, these days I don't really like consume it as much as I used to back then. But yeah.
Got it. Makes sense. 3 life lessons that you want to share.
Number 1, try to make friends. That's what I've learned, I think. And I'm bad at that. I'm good at making colleagues or like making like people that I work with. But making friends is a little bit different thing. I'm still trying to learn how that works and things like that. So yeah. Number 2, I think most people try to postpone things too much, right? And I am doing that right now when I'm like editing my videos. But when you're just starting, you just need to start without thinking too much. Like I think this was one of the reels that I posted on my Instagram. But ये बहुत ही important चीज है. Like many a times when you decide upon a goal, that's why most of the New Year resolutions चलते नहीं है, because people start out with it and then they just lose the momentum. So I think that needs to be taken care of. Number 2. Number 3, I think you need to be able to think big. Right? That's what I learned from people that I've talked to on my podcast and stuff. They are thinking big. They're not thinking about like how can I earn a living. They're thinking about how can I build like a big business that can impact 10 million, 100 million people on this planet. So I think that's what they think about.
All right. Thanks, Ishan, for having for taking our time for the podcast. Really inspiring. Once again, I have linked down his Instagram and YouTube channel link. Go subscribe, follow him, and that's it for today's episode. Thank you guys.
Sure. Thank you so much, bro.